My name is Chesley. We're with the Texas True Patriots here in McAllen. We promote Trump's America First policy. Not just America First policy, it is Trump's. The correct title is Trump's America First policy because that all originated from Trump himself in his 4-year term.
Are you here because of the increase of migrants coming here to the U.S.?
Let me just say, we promote border security, election integrity, and of course we back the blue. But yes, that's one reason why we are here. We are here because there is an influx. Ever since Biden stepped in, there has been a great increase, and there's no control. There's no control. Not just that, it is taking away from our resources at the border. So let's think about this. If we've got groups and groups of women and children all collectively together, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds being pulled into one area, they're being trafficked in, they're being lulled into one area, and that brings in all of our resources, all of our border patrol. What's happening to the other areas? Okay, I have toured the other areas extensively, and I have seen for myself, it's not covered. So, where is the protection? Where are the posts? Where are the boats, border patrol boats that should be recurring over and over? They're not there. So, what's going on? So it's total mismanagement. That obviously gives an opportunity for some others to cross, perhaps with some bad intentions. And what does that mean for us here? What does that mean for all of us here along the border?
Oh, it's very obvious it's human trafficking. What is it when they bring people through Mexico? They call it human trafficking. As soon as it gets to here, it's not anymore? I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's just spin by the media. And why is it that the Catholic Church is getting all these children? We've seen children go in to the Catholic charities, come out, supposed to go over to the bus station, they sit on a bench and get picked up by a pickup truck. What the heck's going on here? And all we're doing is asking questions. And we're getting met with so much resistance and so much negative attitude from Catholic charities. If they're not doing anything wrong, why are they so nervous?
This tent facility, when illegal immigrants are brought here to McAllen, they are dropped off here at this tent facility for COVID testing. If they pass the test, they're going to be walked across the street to Catholic Charities. That's the black building over there at the corner at 15th and Austin. Okay? And then after, they're walked that way with packets, so they already have more or less an idea of where they're going to be bused to. When all is said and done and they receive some refuge, some refreshments, some shelter, they're there for a few hours, and then they are then walked across the street to the bus station with bus tickets and an itinerary already, and they're on their way, and then they're on their way.
So can you elaborate what you see here, what you witness?
I've seen the tents get bigger and bigger. These are all air-conditioned tents. They're not cheap. Who's paying for it? This used to be all City of McAllen parking. Now they've got their City of McAllen trucks over at the hotel. They're paying for that. They're paying the hotel for that. So that's people's tax dollars right there going towards illegal immigrants. They've given these illegal immigrants food, clothing, and money. They have more programs for them than they did during the lockdowns. 62% of small businesses will never open again. But the heck with them. These people are more important, and they're not even citizens.
I was just going to ask you, what do you see as risk or dangers or what? Basically, I see you're protesting, I guess.
We always have a silent flag wave, and you can see here the flag that we're using. This is a flag that does promote border security, or border patrol, in fact. The flag with the green stripe is promoting border patrol, park rangers, and also our military, right? But we want more control at the border, all right? It's a mismanagement to just lift up the floodgates, let everyone come in. It allows for an opportunity for other opportunities to be taken advantage of, namely the children. Now, trafficking is not old news along the border, anywhere across the United States. How can we think that this could be a controlled process if we just lift up the gates and let everyone come in? And especially if we're using our own resources. Common sense, people, come on.
When you say it's affecting resources, you mean affecting the American economy?
Well, it's first and foremost, like I said, the border patrol, all right? And as far as the local economy, well, let's bring in the fear factor. Let's bring in other things that, if crime goes up, of course it's going to have an effect. Common sense, absolutely. So as Americans, we should feel safe within our borders. We should have that protection. We have a right for that protection. And that protection should not be used in a benign way to bring in so many illegal immigrants in a very unfiltered and a very mismanaged way, because who will suffer in the end, it's going to be those along the process, the children and the women that will be taken advantage of. And that's not humane, and that's not right. That is a crime.
If you were to tell a message to all those thousands of migrants that are still coming, trying to make an attempt to come to the up north and cross the border, what would you tell them?
It's the greatest country in the world. I understand why you're trying to come here. When someone just says, come on in, even though he said he didn't, yeah, absolutely. But you're going to be pushed through the filter of the cartel. You will become a criminal on the way. You're either going to owe them something or they're going to do something very horrible to you. Over 80% of the people coming through are being sexually molested, and that's absolutely terrible. I don't care what country you're from, you don't deserve that.
What would you tell the thousands of migrants that are coming? Because, I mean, there are caravans and thousands coming up north, crossing multiple borders, trying to get here to the U.S. What would you tell them?
There is a legal port of entry. I would say wait. I would say question, ask, where am I going? Who am I going to be meeting up with? And have that reviewed by law enforcement, have that reviewed by lawyers. There has to be a legal way. If not, again, there's going to be others that will be taken advantage of. And why, citizens of America, why would you want our illegal immigrants to be met with rude, terrible shocks later when they get to their destination in Raleigh, North Carolina, in Atlanta, Georgia, in New York City, in Chicago, all across the country? What are they going to be met with? Do you even care? We're asking those questions. Why aren't you all? Come on.
Is there any fear of getting that many people over here?
So why do they want to pass a bill where they're saying voter ID is racist, and then also bring in all these illegal immigrants at the same time and give them dates over 3 years out? I mean, obviously they're gonna use them for voting. Do you really think the Democrats care about these people? They're obviously pawns in a game.
You made attempts to talk to Catholic Charities?
Oh yes, yeah, they know me very well over there. Yeah, well, I just asked them simple questions, and they refused to answer. They harassed me. They threatened me. So why so much resistance when I'm just trying to ask some questions? A couple days ago, when it was 102 degrees out, they kicked out all the McAllen homeless. Wouldn't even give them water. They kept knocking on the door asking for water. Wouldn't even give them a bottle of water. So are they really charitable, or are they actually working for somebody?
In 30 seconds, what would you tell President Biden?
You're a joke. You need to get out of the White House. We need a real, true president. You're a puppet. You're nothing but a puppet for some hidden administration trying to pull left agendas. Please, give us a break.
What would you tell Central American presidents and the U.S. president?
I think the El Salvadorian president is doing exactly what he needs to do. He's taken control of the situation, owned up to, yes, there's a lot of corruption and violence in this country, and we need to fix it. Even Trump, he had some good policies. He was helping those Central and South American countries become better, have less corruption, not be as violent, so people didn't want to come up here.
Your name?
My name is Chesley, and I'm with the Texas True Patriots.
Your name?
Taylor Kramer.